Hello, 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 hello. How are you, everybody? Here we are with beer making now, and today we shall talk on beer making process with special focus on the microbiology. Here is a general setting. The industry, the modern beer making industry looks like somewhat like this, and beer is a popular beverage, of course, because it doesn't deteriorate or spoil on long period of storage and is adaptable to different climates. It can be used in different climates without spoilage, of course, and therefore it is one of the popular beverages around the world. Traditionally, known since 6000 BC in Babylon, and Egyptians improved it while the Romanians commercialized it. It started in Babylon, ancient Babylon, 6000 before Common Era, or before Christ, or before Common Era. Then Egyptians improved it while the Romans commercialized it. Commercialized it. Beer is a fermentation only alcoholic beverage made from cereal grains, barley, wheat, rice, potato, whatever. But the most common cereal is barley. And when we make beer, the beer is flavored by hop, ጌሾ እንደማለት ነው ጌሾ. And however, barley is the most common substrate of fermentation in beer making around the world. Do you know why barley is chosen as the source of sugar or starch for beer making? Yeah, it has its own good reason. When we say bread, we choose wheat. When we say beer, we choose barley. These are some of the reasons for barley to be chosen as candidates for beer making. One, it's not widely used as a staple diet, so relatively cheaply available for beer making. Not widely used as a stable diet. Has low protein content. That means if a cereal has low protein content, the beer produced will not be cloudy. Therefore, excess protein could cause cloudiness. Since barley has a low protein content, this problem is avoided cloudiness. The other criteria is have two important enzymes. These are the enzymes listed here. Um, Cystase and diastase. Cystase, of course, converts insoluble starch into soluble starch. Diastase converts soluble starch into sugars. This is very important as far as fermentation is concerned. And what are needed or ingredients? What are the ingredients in beer making technology? One, as you know, cereal grains, typically barley. The other is a microorganism, Saccharomyces cerevisiae, Saccharomyces calypso hop, Humulus lupulus, water, and of course, we may add adjuvants or additives. Additives could be added. Additional sugar is additive in order to increase fermentation process. Uh, any other grains are also added, including rice, corn, oat, to supplement starch or sugar for fermentation. Sometimes even you may add some amount of honey, not for commercial purpose, though. And specialty ingredients such as spices or fruits are also added for flavor. But the most important common raw materials are cereal grains, barley, yeasts, hop, and water. When it comes, this is barley, and this is the barley seed, the barley kernel, the different parts. You can see it's mono, but of course you can see the endosperm where there is storage of starch, and also you can see the embryo plant. The embryo plant is there. It has the covering, the husk, the pericarp and testa. The husk, pericarp, and testa cover the whole internal section, the endosperm as well as the embryo plant. At the proximal end, there is a microscopic pore, as you observe, microscopic pore through which water enters and also oxygen is absorbed. Of course, when we soak the seed in water, it absorbs water and becomes swollen, after which it starts germination, of course. Therefore, the majority of the seed is composed of endosperm, storage of starch. This starch relative to the other cereals contains, this endosperm relative to the other cereals contains less protein content, of course. Let's see now steps in beer making process steps. What are the steps in beer making process? Cleaning. The first is cleaning and grading. Cleaning and grading. We have to clean the seed and also select the full seeds from not fully formed or broken seeds. Of course, that is grading. Malting, formation of malt. Then milling, we powder it, coarse powder, of course. Mashing, we mix it with water and boil it. Lautering, we filter. We remove the solid spent grains from the liquor. Finally, boiling. The liquor is boiled and brewed. Boiling, then we add the yeast. Then that's fermentation. And the other steps, wheel pulling is just one part to isolate, to filter or to separate fine particles. Fermentation is the process by which yeast break down sugar and produce carbon dioxide and alcohol. The other is conditioning or beer maturation or aging. We store it in a cool environment so that it will add some flavor and some additional products, so that this is known as conditioning. Clarification, also if there are some proteins which produce cloudiness, this can be removed. Carbonification, addition of carbon dioxide to the beverage. Then pasteurization and bottling, the last. We shall see now these steps one by one. Cleaning and grading. Before malting, barley must be thoroughly cleaned. The barley seeds must be thoroughly cleaned and graded. This step removes dust, stones, weed seeds, broken kernels. It is done by a set of sieves. At industrial scale, by a set of sieves. We separate any non-seed component or any abnormal seed, broken seed, by sieving. The second, malting. After cleaning and grading, the barley malting follows. In this malting process, the malting process includes the stepwise process of first we steeping, then germination, then killing. These are the three steps included under what? Malting. And it starts with steeping. We shall see the three stepwise processes in generally malting process. Steeping means just simply we soak the seeds in a bath of water so that the seed absorbs water. Steeping is the first step in the malting process, and it is the soaking of barley seeds in a tank of cold water where the seeds absorb water and swell. Then germination. The soaked seeds also absorb oxygen, and cells in the hydrated barley will start biochemical process of growth known as germination. The embryo plant starts, grows, cell division, grows, then germination into seedling. The second step is that germination. Then to speed up germination, of course, at industrial scale, to speed up germination, so that to speed up beer production, we may add plant hormone that stimulates germination process, that is known as gibberellin is added usually. During the process of germination, amylase in the seed begins to hydrolyze starch into maltose. The seed contains amylase. This is what it looks like when it germinates, malting. The third process is kilning. Kilning is the final step of the malting process that involves drying the malt grains, usually using carefully controlled temperature, 50 degrees Celsius to 90 degrees Celsius, stepwise increasing the temperature slowly under controlled temperature, and it takes 24 to 48 hours. We are drying it, we are evaporating. By doing this, we decrease the moisture content of the seed from 50% to 4%. This is known as kilning. Kilning finally reduces the moisture content up to 4%, and kilning stops further germination while preserving the enzymes inside the seed, the malt seed. And the other is roasting. Sometimes seeds may be roasted at higher temperature to have darker beer in color. If we require lighter beer, of course, no much roasting. No, roasting is not needed too much. When we require darker beer, we roast it. If we use more higher temperature to heat the malt, it is roasted malt, which is darker in color, and roasted malt gives beer with deeper or darker color, more bitter taste, and good flavor. Therefore, it's common in European countries like Germany to have dark beer. These are the different varieties. When they are roasted, they are much darker. You see, there are different degrees of roasting at different temperatures. Okay, now this is the difference between the lighter beer. The darker beer is from roasted beer and roasted barley. The lighter beer is from just kilned barley, slightly dried. Then after malting, we undergo milling. The dried malt grains of barley crushed into a coarse powder called grist. You see, it's not powdered too much, just the grains are crushed into a coarse powder, not fine powder. Not too much milling, just rough milling እንደሚሆነው በሻካራ ነው በግርድፉ ነው የሚከረተፈው። ግርድፉ በጣም አይደቅም። የገብሱ ሲፈጭ መፍጨት ነው። ይሄ ወፍጮ አለ፣ እዛው ኢንዱስትሪ ውስጥ ወፍጮ አለ። ወፍጮው ገብሱን ከደረቀ በኋላ ኪልን ካረግነው በኋላ ወይም ሮስትድ ከሆነ በኋላ ወይም ሮስትድ የሆነ በደንብ የተቆላ ገብስ ጥቁሩን በተወሰነ ፈጭተን ከዚህ ጋር እንቀላቅለዋለን። የከለሩን የተለያየ ከለር ለማድረግ light degree of lightness ራሱ ይለያያል። therefore different amount of roasted barley ይጨመራል በዚህኛው ኪልድ በሆነው ላይ። anyway ሲፈጭ በጣም መድቀቅ የለበትም፣ አይደቅም። ለዚህ ነው ኮርስ ፓውደር። ያ ኮርስ ፓውደር ነው ግሪስት የሚባለው። ከዛ just milling ነው። then after milling mashing the crushed or milled malt flour ምንድነው የሚባለው? the grit is mixed with sterile water at 65 degrees Celsius. በዚህ ቴምፕሬቸር ላይ ነው ምንቀቀለው። producing mash እንዲህ አይነት ከተል አለ፣ እንደዚህ አይነት በርሜል አለ ፋብሪካ ውስጥ የተፈጨውን በግርድፉ የተፈጨውን የገብስ ፍሬ በውሃ ቀላቅለን 65 ዲግሪ ሴልሲየስ ላይ እንቀቅለዋለን ወይ እናሞቀዋለን። ያ ማሞቂያ ፈርነስ ማሽተን ነው የሚባለው። ማሽተን is for mashing is mixing the grit with water and boiling it at 65 degrees Celsius. That's it. Remain mixed up for 3 to 4 hours in mash tun, and this results in a sugar-rich liquid called wort. በጠበቅ ነው 10 አሁን እንግዲህ ከ3 ከ4 ሰዓት ከቆየነው በኋላ በዚህ ማሽ ተን ውስጥ በ65 ዲግሪ ሴልሲየስ ውሃና ግሪ ተቀላቅለው ፈሳሽና አሰር ይፈጠራል። ፈሳሹ እንግዲህ ማልቶስ ነው። ፈሳሹ ማልቶስ ነው። ሲቀመስም ፈሳሹ የመጣፈጥ ባህሪ ያለው እሱ ወርት ነው የሚባለው። ሌላው ከስር የሚዘግጠው ገለባው ስፔንት ግሬን ነው የሚባለው። ስፔንት ግሬን እና አሁን እንግዲህ ወርቱና ስፔንት ግሬኑ የሚለዩበት ስቴፕ ነው። አምስተኛው ስቴፕ ላውተሪንግ ይባላል። ላውተሪንግ is the separation or filtration of the wort. ወርቱ ነው አሁን ይስት አክት የሚያደርግበት ፈሳሹ ከላይ ያለው ወርቱ ነው። ወርት ስዊት ስሜሊንግ ስንጠጥ እንደ የመጣፈጥ ጣፋጭ ነው የሚቆም ማልቶስ ጣፋጭ ነው። ያን ያህል እንደ ፍሩክቶስ እና እንደ ግሉኮስ ጣፋጭ ባይሆንም የመጣፈጥ እንትን አለው። ስለዚህ we are separating the wort from spent grain. spent grain ማለት ያው አሰሩ ነው፣ ገለባው ነው። በግርዱ ያ እንግዲህ ለከብቶች ምግብ ይሆናል። አንዳንድ ጊዜ እንደም ተጨማሪ ሌላ አልኮልም ሊጠምቁበት ይችላሉ፣ ሊጠመቅበት ይችላል። ነገር ስቲል ስታርች አለው እሱ። therefore ብዙ ጊዜ ግን ለከብቶች እንደ እንትን ነው የሚሰጠው። ለከብቶች ምግብ ነው የሚሆነው። ፍሩሽካ እንደሚለው ማለት ነው። spent grains ፍሩሽካ ነው ለከብቶች ምግብነት የሚሆነው። This process lasts 2 to 3 hours and conducted at temperatures between 75 degrees Celsius to 80 degrees Celsius. መለየቱ ስራ ላውተሪንግ ስራ ፊልተር ማድረግ ስራ። Then the sixth step is boiling or brewing. Boiling or brewing. The sweet wort ይሄ ጣፋጭ የሆነው ወርት የሚባለው ፈሳሹ ወይንም ሊኳር ይሉታል። ሊኳር is boiled in a fermenter. fermenter ትልቅ በርሜል ነው እንግዲህ እዛ ውስጥ ኢንዱስትሪ ውስጥ boiled in a fermenter ሰፓሬት ካደረግነው በኋላ ወርት ወይንም ሊኳሩ we boil it in a fermenter called brew kettle. look brew kettle ነው የሚባለው የኛው ቅድም ማሽንግ ያደረግንበት ማሽ ተን ነው። brew kettle. the floral cones of hop የጌሾ የአበባው ክፍል ተፈይቶ ይጨመራል። እዚህ ውስጥ ጓርጦ ይጨመራል። added to for bitter taste and flavor. የቢራ ጣዕም መልካም ጠረን የሚሰጠው ይሄ ነው። የሆፕ ወይም የጌሾ ፍሎራል ኮኖቹ የፍላወሩ በጊዜም እንጨቱም ይጨመራል፣ ቅጠሉም ይጨመራል ጌሾ። and then በብሪው ከተል ውስጥ ነው የሚጨመረው ይሄ። then whirl pouring ሰባተኛው whirl pouring means ማሽከርከር ነው። just whirl pouring. this involves rotating the wort. ፈሳሹን ወርት ማሽከርከር ነው። በርሜል ውስጥ ያለ በማሽን ነው ይሄ፣ በኤሌክትሪክ የሚሰራ ነው። the wort inside the fermenter so as to remove any precipitate and insoluble particle. dissolve ያላረጉ ፓርቲክሎችን ለመለየት የሚያስችል ቴክኒክ ነው ይሄ whirl pouring. still filtration ነው before fermentation. then ስምንተኛው ስቴፕ fermentation ነው። ትክክለኛው biological process እዚህ ጋር ያለው አልኮል የሚያመርትልን ፕሮሰስ እዚህ ጋር ያለው። the boiled wort or liquor is cooled to 30 degrees Celsius. እናወርደዋለን ቴምፕሬቸሩ። ይስት የሚሰራው 30 ዲግሪ ሴልሲየስ አካባቢ ነው። and inoculated with yeast ይገባበታል። yeast is added to it and it is left to ferment for 7 to 10 days. imagine ረጅም ሰዓት ይፈጃል ይሄ። during which time the yeasts convert the sugar into alcohol and CO2. glucose is changed into 2 ethanol and 2 carbon dioxide plus 2 ATP. this is anaerobic respiration, specifically known as alcoholic fermentation. then fermentative activity of yeasts is used industrially to obtain alcoholic drinks. the fermentation process is carried out in large containers called fermenters, as you know, or bioreactors. The yeasts which are used in the brewing industry for the preparation of alcoholic drinks are collectively called brewers yeast, and two species are commonly used, the brewers yeast. One is Saccharomyces cerevisiae, the other is Saccharomyces carlsbergensis. Carlsbergensis. These are the two commonly used as biological tools of fermentation around the world. Though it is ethanol that is mainly produced, other alcohols and some organic acids are also produced. These include, you may have amide alcohols, some amount, isoamide alcohol, acetic acid, butyric acid. These acids and alcohols add to the flavor of the beer. These are very important for preservation as well as for adding flavor to the beer that humanity likes. The ninth step is conditioning or beer maturation or aging. In this process, when fermentation is complete, the beer is taken into a new tank called conditioning tank, where the beer undergoes what is known as conditioning or maturation. You leave it there at a certain temperature, you leave it. So chemical process continues there. Chemical process continues. So there are some organic compounds produced which add to flavor to beer, and this process is known as maturation. Then this is a period in which the beer is allowed to rest at suitable temperature in order for the undesirable volatile components to be released, and the flavor becomes smoother and flavors that are unwanted dissipate. You see, two things happen here. Those volatile organic compounds which are not desired will be eliminated, and those desired volatile organic compounds will be formed by further chemical reaction. Clarification involves pumping the liquid through a suitable filter which gives the beer its limpid or transparent quality by removing its cloudiness. At this stage, clarification especially, we remove proteins if there are proteins, and partial degradation of proteins. The filtered beer is then stored in tanks now ready to be bottled. Therefore, clarification. We also add carbon dioxide. This is the 11th step, carbonification. Carbonification is addition of carbon dioxide gas at high temperature, and this carbonification adds fizziness, enhances flavors, and improves mouth feel. The mouth feel. When you take or sip beer, there is a feeling that you feel in your mouth. That is because of carbon dioxide, which reacts with water to produce carbonic acid. And then the last is pasteurization, heating the beer at specific temperature for specific time in order to remove unwanted harmful bacteria in case contaminated. Then after pasteurization, we bottling, then distribution. Therefore, these are the steps in beer making, and this is the setup, the brewery process setup, from starting from uh, cleaning and grading the barley kernels or seeds. All the process are put here in diagrammatic way, diagrammatic setup, from cleaning and grading to bottling and distribution. You can study it simply in this diagram. Thank you very much for your attention. This is enough beer making at industrial scale. Thank you very much. The other from beer to spirits. Spirits. What does it mean, spirits? When we want more alcoholic contents in our beverage, we go further from fermentation into distillation. Fermentation produces beer with a maximum of 12 to 15% alcohol by volume, ABV, alcohol by volume. We can't produce, by fermentation alone, we can't produce alcoholic beverage more than 50% by alcohol by volume. When we want alcohol content more than 50% by volume, we go further one step. That is, after fermentation, we distill the alcohol, fractional distillation. When fermented alcoholic beverages are distilled at temperatures below the boiling point of water, harder alcoholic beverages with very high alcoholic content can be produced. Yes, such distilled alcoholic beverages are also known as spirits, a name given by ancient alchemists. When they see people drinking such alcohols, fermented alcohols, and with changed behavior, drunkards, changed behavior, oh, they are possessed by spirits. Evil spirits or spirits are making them. Therefore, these drinks have spirits. There was a belief እንደዚህ ነው እንግዲህ ስፕሪት የሚባል መንፈስ ነው። ስፕሪት መንፈስ ነው። ብዙ ጊዜ እንግዲህ የኔጌቲቭ መንፈስ ነው። ሰዎች ጥንት እነዚህን ጠንካራ አልኮሎች ጠጥተው የሰካረም ሲንገዳገዱ እና ያልሆነ ነገር ሲያወሩ ያልሆነ ነገር ሲሰሩ ያዩ አልኬሚስቶች ናቸው። ኧረ ስፕሪት ነው ይሄ የመጠጡ ራሱ ስፕሪት ነው የሚል ስም ነው የሰጡት እና በዛው ነው ስፕሪትስ ማለት እነዚህ በዲስቲሌሽን የተገኙ ፈርመንቴሽን እና ዲስቲሌሽን መጨረሻ ላይ ዲስቲሌሽን እና አረቄ፣ ውስኪ፣ ብራንዲ፣ ኮኛክ እንደዚህ መጠጦች ናቸው ስፕሪትስ የሚባሉት። ዲስ አር ሃርድ አልኮሆልስ 50 60 40 50 60 70 80 90 even humanity is able to produce 100% alcohol, absolute alcohol. The common distilled spirits are እነዚህ ናቸው። ዊስኪ ከምንድነው የሚገኘው? መጀመሪያው የስታርች ሶርሱ ምንድነው? ባርሊ ሊሆን ይችላል፣ ዌትም ይጠቀማሉ። ኮርን the other is they use ጂን ሲባል ጂን ባርሊ ይጠቀማል፣ ዌት ይጠቀማል። ሬ አጃ ነው። ረም የሚባል መጠጥ አለ። ሞላሰስ ነው። ሞላሰስ የስኳር ፋብሪካ ተረፈ ምርት ነው። ሞላሰስ ወደ ፋብሪካ ይገባል። ረም የሚባል ጠንካራ አልኮል ፈርመንቴሽን ዲስቲሌሽን በዛ ይመረታል። ወደ ራሽያ ከሄዳችሁ ራሽያኖች በጣም የሚወዱት የቮድካ ነው። ቮድካ የሚሰራው ከፖቴቶ ስታርች ነው። ፖቴቶ ስማሽ ይደረግና ይፈጭና ስታርች ነው። ስታርቹ ኢታነርጎስ ፈርመንቴሽን ዴን ፍራክሽናል ዲስቲሌሽን ዴን ቮድካ 50 60 70% አልኮሊክ ኮንቴንት። ብራንዲ ኤንድ ኮኛክ እነዚህ የሚገኙት ከወይን ነው። ወይን የፈርመንቴሽን ብቻ ፕሮዳክት ነው። ወይንን ስናፈላው አልኮል ቶሎ ይተናል። አልኮሉን እናደርገዋለን ኮንደንስ አድርገን ከውሃው ሰፓሬት አድርገን። ስለዚህ 50 60 70% አልኮል ከወይን የተገኘ አልኮል የራሱ ኳሊቲ ያለው ብራንዲ እና ኮኛክ ነው የሚባሉት እነሱ። therefore from wine or grape juice ከግሬፕ ጁስ ነው ስታርች ሶርሱ ግሬፕ ጁስ ነው። and ቦርቦን የሚባል አለ። የበቆሎ ነው ይሄ ስታርች ሶርሱ። በቆሎ ፈጫል፣ ስታርቹ ፈርመንት ይደረጋል። ፈርመንቴሽን አልኮሉ ዲስቲሌሽን then you produce alcohol spirit known as bourbon. ፌኒ የሚሉት አለ from ካሾ አፕል አውሮፓ ውስጥ ይታወቃል። ይሄ ፌኒ from ካሾ አፕል ነው፣ የአፕል አይነት ነው። በዛ የሚሰራ ነው። some spirits are the results of only one distillation process. you see አንድ ጊዜ ብቻ ዲስቲል ፈርመንት እናደርጋለን፣ አንድ ዲስቲል እናደርጋለን። while some others are obtained after more than one distillation so as to increase the alcoholic content. ደጋግመን ዲስቲሌሽን ስናደርግ የአልኮል ኮንቴንቱም ከፍ እያለ ነው የሚሄደው ማለት ነው። አልኮሊክ ኮንቴንቱ 60 70 80 90% እና ሲስተማቲክ የሆኑ ሃይሊ ሶፊስቲኬትድ የዲስቲሌሽን ማሽኖች አሉ። ኮንቲኒስሊ ዲስቲል ስናደርግ they can separate the alcohol 100% alcohol from fermented alcoholic beverage. You see, therefore some are just distilled once, some are distilled more than once. When we distill more than once, we can produce spirits with higher alcoholic content. That is the science. And cognac versus whiskey, let us say a little about cognac. Usually distilled several times, you see. Whiskey usually distilled only once. Therefore, if you compare the alcoholic content of cognac and whiskey, the alcoholic content of cognac is higher than that of whiskey because whiskey is distilled once only, cognac several times. They also have different maturation time. We give maturation time for, we store it in a suitable condition, temperature, so that some volatile unwanted chemicals are removed, some are added, so that it adds to the flavor, the taste, the flavor of the alcohol. And they also have different maturation time. Distilled spirits generally have ABV. ABV means alcohol by volume of 40% to 60%, especially those distilled only once. But a spirit more than this ABV can be made. Example, the spirit called spiritus is 96% ABV, 90% alcohol by volume, and Everclear is 95% alcohol by volume. Imagine, even humanity is able to produce 100% alcohol by volume, the spirit.